know, this is the ire of many people in the room, oil, and how Glenn has been trying to tell you to handle oil. All right, and I'm not going to do it this week, but we all know what makes oil go higher. It's demand. See the story here? U.S. crude stockpiles rose 1.2 million barrels. We have an influx of oil. We have an oversupply of oil, and that's what's going to keep oil from rising higher. Now, prior to that, why was oil on the run? Because oil had fallen to historical lows as far as the futures, and people snatched it up. Now, people are still sitting in oil. Right now, oil's not doing much of anything. All right, so it's a chance that you took by buying it at such a low level. And yes, I think that oil is going to come back because once we get through supply, the demand is going to go up. And, you know, if the oil producing countries continue to cut back on oil, it's going to be harder to get. And guess what? It's going to cost more to buy. So oil is not going away forever. I'm still thinking that right now is not the right time to buy oil unless you're a little bit more aggressive and you're still trying to take advantage of that low price. But guess what? You missed out. All right, you did miss out. And never once did I tell anybody not to buy oil. I said that I personally wouldn't be buying oil based upon what I saw. We got an oversupply of oil. That's not what drives oil prices higher. Demand is it. But wait a minute. There's another side to this story. If I look at OPEC, OPEC sees a gradual oil demand recovery makes 84% of the cuts in May. They made historic cuts in output of oil. Still hasn't caught up yet because we still have a supply glut. So because of that, we still hasn't hit as far as making the demand, but they have already put into place the cuts. 84% of cuts were made in May. That's a lot of oil production cuts. Hasn't caught up yet, but going forward, oil is going to come back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. OPEC forecasts on Wednesday a gradual, see the word there? Gradual recovery in global demand for oil, which has been hammered by the coronavirus, and said record supply cuts by producers were already helping to rebalance the market. Well, it's not helping us yet. We still got an oversupply of oil. In a monthly report, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, that's OPEC, said demand would decline by 6.4 million barrels per day in the second half of 2020. We're just starting to really get the effects of the major cuts in production. It's going to catch up. Yes, it will. Now, keeping all of that in mind, let's get back to the watch list. I look at one specific stock for oil, which is WTI. As I look at it, stock is grossly overvalued. Nothing good about it. Upside potential, not good. Relative safety, not good. Stock's not in an uptrend, growing their earnings at a negative clip. Let's go take a look at the stock on a graph. This is the story of oil. This is the W&T offshore, West Texas offshore. Look at that run coming off of what was it? Was it the March or April contracts that were like negative? I think it was either the March or April contracts. People sucked it up, bought it up. The demand is not there. Look at this sideways move on oil. Then it moved up again and said, yay, wee! And then the demand is not there. Look at it. Currently below the 20-day exponential moving average. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Currently below the 20-day exponential moving average. Not only that, RT is now below 1. The stock or oil is in a downtrend. It's not the right time to buy it right now. Earnings is going down. Why is it getting affected by the coronavirus? Remember, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Guess what? It's going down, helping to drive the stock's price lower, and RT is below 1. Not the right time to be in oil. So let's do this. I do have a petroleum watch list here. Let's go take a look at the petroleum stocks. How many stocks are in here? 64 stocks. Now, are there any petroleum stocks that are moving? Yes. Within this watch list of stocks, you can find those. But if I look at the fundamentals on the watch list as a whole, as a whole, upside potential not there, relative safety not there. A lot of stocks in here are having RTs above 1. They are driving the RT higher as a group. So if I want to say, well, I know oil as a whole is moving down, but if I want to look at some oil plays, possibly, maybe I look at the ones that have RTs above 1. Oh man, really? That just happened? RTs above 1, right click, view the stock graph. Let's go see if there's any oil plays that you would want. Let's put this on a 3-month graph. Now RTs on these are above 1. What's this stock doing? Move what? This? Yes. All right. What's the stock doing? Even with RT above 1, moving sideways. RT above 1, moving sideways. RT above 1, slightly moving higher. So HEP might be one to keep your eyes on. All right, what else is in here? Yeah, BPMP, moving sideways and below the 20-day exponential moving average. DKL, 27, that stayed, interesting how this stock stayed above that 20-day exponential moving average. So think about it this way. If you are looking for oil stocks to take advantage of, that watch list that I'm showing you right now can find some plays, but a lot of them are exhibiting the same characteristics of either slightward down or sideways moves. Some of them are moving up. Take advantage of those, but the industry as a whole is, actually, hold on. Let me look at the watch list average. There it is. That's the watch list average of all 64 stocks. Look at that. Are you ready to pull the trigger on oil right now? Think about that. Look at where it is. Look at RT falling. Look at earnings falling on the whole watch list. So there you go. That's still my take. Until demand kicks over, we're going to have an issue with price moving higher for real reasons. All right. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.